Hi, and thanks for joining for the class today. So today's class is focused on mobilising and strengthening into our upper body, particularly our shoulders. So we're going to start the class in standing, then we're going to come down into 4-point kneeling and onto our backs as well today. So we've got the option of using some hand weights in the class if you want to. So I'd recommend between half a kilo and a kilo, depending on what feels comfortable for you. I'm going to use some weighted balls today, but you could use some little hand weights, or if you haven't got either of those, just grab something you can comfortably hold out of the cupboard. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So if you're using weights for the class, then we can have them ready in our hands now. And we're going to begin by bringing our toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet at that hip-width distance. Just to start, we're going to transfer that weight onto the front of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back, just looking for that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through those feet. Knees are nice and soft, not locked back, hands up onto your pelvis. Very gently, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward and then tilting it back. Again, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so in that nice neutral position. Good, ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. So we're going to start by floating our hands up to that shoulder height, and we're going to pull those arms back in that chest press movement, reach forwards and down. Good, and again, floating up, pull back, reach forwards, and down. Good, and again, floating up, pull back, reach forwards and down. Lovely. Keeping that neck nice and long and down. If you can, we can add some heel raises so we can come up onto our toes, pull back and lower down. Good, and again, lifting up, pull back, reach forwards and down. And again, lift up, pull back, reach forwards and down. Lovely, last few here and down. Good. And let's do one more time, lifting up and floating back down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to work our arms with our bicep curls here. Now we're going to bend one elbow, so we're going to keep that contraction, just like a static contraction, and just hold that there with that elbow bent. The opposite side, we're going to bend the elbow and down. So we do some bicep curls here, bending the elbow, lower down. So nice and controlled, not too quickly. Controlling that, lifting up and lowering down. Let's do 8 more. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, well done, and 1. Lowering that arm back down, lower the opposite side. Same again, we're going to bend the opposite elbow, so we're going to keep that contraction, just a very gentle static contraction there. Opposite side, we're going to bend the elbow and lower, and again bending and down, so nice and control and down. Lovely. Let's do 8 more here. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Well done. Lowering those arms back down to that start. Very good. Okay, so we're going to bring the elbows in towards our side this time, making sure that is shoulders staying down, that neck staying long. So we're just tucking that chin in slightly here, and we're going to open our hands out with our dumbwaiter movement and back, and again opening out and back. Now as we open our hands out, just gently squeezing those shoulder blades together. It's not a huge movement, and back. We're rotating that shoulder, opening out, fold back, and again, opening out, and back. Good. Opening out, fold back. Good. And again, keeping that neck long, and back. Last few, open out, fold back. Good. And again. Good. Opening out, and fold back. Good. Last couple. And let's do one more time. Opening out, fold back and relax those arms back down. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to come side on here so you can see me a bit more clearly. I'm going to keep those feet that hip width distance apart, bend my knees slightly here and flexing slightly at my hips as well. Starting with those hands in front, I'm going to hold this position and I'm going to bend one elbow and extend the opposite arm. Good, coming back to the start. Alternating sides. Good, so bend one side, reach the opposite arm back. Lovely. Alternating side, keeping those knees just slightly bent there, just leaning slightly forwards as we're doing that movement through the arms. Good. Reaching away one side, bending in towards you the opposite. Reaching away and down. Good, breathing out as you're bending up, reaching away. Very good. Last few here. And again. Lovely. Let's do one more each side. And then lifting back up and standing. Well done. Okay, so this time we're going to step one foot behind us and we're going to reach our hands up about shoulder height. Now we're going to pull our arms down here and bring this back leg forward. So we take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to pull those arms down and lift that leg forwards up to that hip height. Reach back. And again, pull down, lift that leg and forwards. Good. And down. So breathing out, lifting up. And down. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5. Good. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Well done. Bring those arms back down. We're going to switch our legs around. Opposite leg behind this time. Again, floating those hands back up to that shoulder height. Do the same again. We're going to pull those arms down and back, lifting that leg through and up. Reaching back and down. Lovely. Let's do 5 more. We're going to do 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Well done. Lowering those arms and leg back down. Very good. Okay, so we're going to stay with those feet that hip width distance apart. This time I'm going to bend the elbow again here, and as I reach my hand up towards the ceiling, I'm going to extend my opposite leg. Good, so we're going to bend the elbow, reach up and extend that opposite leg. So we're alternating sides, bend the elbow, reaching up, extend that opposite leg away. So it's not a big movement again with that leg, just extending at that hip, using those bottom muscles as we reach back with that leg. Good, bend the elbow, extend away and down. Good. And again, bend the elbow, extending that leg. Very good. Let's do a few more here. Reaching away and down. And again, extending the leg and down. Bend the elbow. Good. Well done. Last few. And down. And again. Lifting that arm up and above your head and down. Well done. And down. Let's do 1 more each side now. Bend the elbow, reaching up, extend that leg away. Last time. And lowering those arms back down. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to step back to the end of my mat. I'm going to do a few roll downs here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. And as you breathe out, gently coming back up. Good, we'll do 1 more time, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. And as you breathe out, gently coming back up. Good, now this time we're going to roll down. We're going to come into 4-point kneeling. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to roll down. Once you get to your end point, I want you just to soften your knees, and then we're going to walk our hands down. And we're going to come down into 4-point kneeling, and we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're going to continue the class here into 4-point kneeling. So we're going to start with our hands just in front of those shoulders, elbows soft, knees underneath those hips. And we're going to start by just stretching through our spines with a cat stretch. So we're going to tuck the head under, arch that back up, flexing through that spine, and then gently dropping down and extending. And again, arching that back up, flex through that spine, drop down and extending. Good, so we're just repeating that here. Flexing and extending through that spine. Well done. Good. And we're just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So our back's in that nice neutral position, that tailbone's tucked under, and that neck staying nice and long as well. Okay, so we're going to take the weight into one hand, and we're going to bend at the elbow here, and I want you to reach the hand forwards and then fold back. And again, breathing out, reach forwards, breathe in to fold back. And again. Good, now on this next one, if you can, we can extend that opposite leg and then fold back together. If that feels too much with the leg, just stick with just the arm and back. So we're going to breathe out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Let's do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Fold back, lower that arm back down. We'll do the same onto the opposite side. So hold the weight into the opposite hand if you want to. We're going to bend at that elbow. Do the same again. Reach that hand forwards, fold back, and again reach forwards and back, and again. Now if you can, we can add that opposite leg extension. So reaching away and fold back. Breathing out. So reach away, breathe in to fold back. Well done. Good, let's do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Fold back, lower that arm back down. Very good. Okay, so we're going to come back into that box position with that 4-point kneeling here. I'm going to work our upper body with some mini press. So this really works around our shoulders because we're loading through our shoulders with our body weight here. So we're going to keep that chin tucked in, and we're going to lower that breastbone down towards the mat and then lift up. And again, lowering down, lift up. Good, let's do 8 more together here. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Lifting back up. Let's just come off those hands, have a little stretch out into that child pose. Take a nice deep breath in here and out. And again, breath in and out. Really feel that stretch through those shoulders as well and that upper back. Good. And then we're going to come back up into that 4-point kneeling position. Now we're going to combine our press up and child pose movement here. So we're going to drop down into that press up. So we're going to drop down, lift up, and then sink back to that child pose. Good. Lift back up, bring that weight forwards, drop down, lift up, and sink back. Good. And again, come forwards, drop down, lift up, sink back. And again, come forwards, drop down, lift up, sink back. Very good. Let's do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5. Drop back. Good. Shift that weight forwards. 4. And back. Well done. 3. Good. 2. Shift the weight back. And forwards. Lovely. 2. Shift forwards, and last one, and 1. Shift back, and we're going to hold back into that child pose. Well done. Breathing in and out, and again, breath in and out. Well done. And gently walking those hands back up. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come round onto our backs from here. So we'll bring our weights with us if you're using them. And we're going to come around and down onto our backs here. So feet and knees that hip width distance apart, just tilting that pelvis forwards and back if you need to, just looking for that midpoint between those two movements. So our pelvis in that nice neutral position. Those ribs are soft, collarbone staying nice and wide. So I'm going to have my weights just down by my side here, but I'm going to just use one weight to begin with, and I'm going to raise that hand up towards the ceiling. I'm going to hold that there. I'm going to raise the opposite leg into our tabletop position. Take a breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to bend the elbow. So I'm going to bring that weight above my head, and then I'm going to stretch that opposite leg out and then fold back. Good, so we're reaching away as we bend the elbow into that little tricep curl. So bending back, stretch that opposite leg and back. Now you can, if you want to, just hold the other leg into that tabletop, just to make that a little bit more challenging if you want to. But we're just stretching that opposite leg and back. Good. Lengthening away as we bend the elbow, working the back of our arm here. Good. Reaching back and down. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Lowering those legs back down. Then we're going to lower that arm back down. Opposite side, we're going to raise that arm up towards the ceiling. With that weight in our hand, if you're using one, raise the opposite leg into that tabletop. We do the same again. We're going to stretch the leg away, bend the elbow, arm above the head, and back. Good. So bending the elbow, so the elbow is the hinge, lowering that arm down and back. Breathing out as we stretch away. Breathe in to fold back. Breathing out and back. Well done. Good, nice and controlled. As we did before, if you want to, we can float the other leg into that tabletop and hold that there, just to make that a little bit more challenging. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Lower that arm down, lower those legs. They're lifted from there. Well done. Okay, this time we're going to have the weights in both our hands if you're using them, or just raise those hands up just to sort of that 45-degree angle really here. And we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to lift our bottom up into that bridge and then lower those hands down towards the floor, and then lift back up again as you lower from that bridge. So breath in. As you breathe out, lift up into that bridge, pull those arms down, and then lowering back and raise the arms. Good, and again, lifting up, lower the arms, raise those arms as you lower back down. Good, and again. And down. Good, and again, lowering down and back. A few more here, lifting up and down. Well done, so just lifting that bottom up and down. Very good. And down. And again. And down. Good, last few here. Lift up and down. Well done. Let's do one more time. Drop down. And lift those arms. Well done. Relaxing those arms back down. Let's bring those knees in, have a nice little hug, just to stretch that out here. Well done. Take a nice deep breath in and out on that out breath if you can. Just going to relax down into that stretch if you want to. That little bit further if you can. Keep those shoulders relaxed down. Breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. And then just lowering those legs one at a time, coming back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to use those weights again in our hands if you want to. And we're going to raise the hands up towards the ceiling, so that's shoulder height. Now we're going to bring one leg up into tabletop here. I'm going to hold that position. And we're going to do a little chest press with scissors legs. So we're going to pull those arms down, so pull the elbows wide, reach up, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3 little scissor taps. And again, pull down, reach up, and 1, 2, 3 little scissor taps. Pull down, push up, and 1, 2, 3 little taps. And again, pull down, reach up, and 1, 2, 3 little taps. And again, pull down, lift up, and 1, 2, 3. Pull down, reach up, and 1, 2, 3. And again, pull down, push up, and 1, 2, 3. Little taps, pull down. Up and 1, 2, 3. Good. And again, push down and up and 1, 2, 3. And again, pull down. Push up and 1, 2, 3. Little taps, last few. Good. Keeping that control. And again, pull down, reach up and 1, 2, 3. 2 more sets here. Lower down, lift up and 1, 2, 3. One more time, pull down, reach up and 1, 2, 3. Back to that start. Lower those arms back down, lower those legs back to that start here. Okay, so we're going to work into our opposite arm and leg movement. Now we can use the weights if you want to, or we can do this without. So we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to reach our opposite arm and leg away, so lengthening through the body and then fold back. And again, reaching away and back. So we're going to breathe out, lengthening away, breathe in, fold back. Now really focus on that control through that center. I'm not letting my ribs flare as I reach that arm back just as far as comfortable and then fold back. So we're breathing out, reaching away, breathing in, fold back. Breathing out, reach away, breathing in to fold back. Good. And again, breathe out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Good. And again, breathe out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Good. Just lengthening through the body here, keeping that control. That leg can slide along the floor, hover above, whoever feels more comfortable. Just make sure we're still keeping that connection through that center. So I'm not using any weights here just to really stretch and cool down, but if you want to, you can use them in your hand. And back, and again, breathing out, breathe in to fold back. Lovely. And back, just do a few more here, reaching away and fold back. And again, breathing out, lengthening through the body, breathe in to fold back. Just taking that arm back as far as feels comfortable, reaching back and forwards. And again, reach away and back. Well done, let's do one more each side. And again. And then folding back to that start. Float those arms back down. Well done. So this time, arms down by your side or out to the side of you. We're going to drop those knees over to one side. Turn your head to that opposite side if you can. Then gently coming back up and over to that opposite direction. Good. So rotating through that spine. Lift back up. Dropping those knees over to that opposite side. Well done. So just rotating through that whole spine. Turning that head that opposite direction. Gently coming back up. And over to the opposite side. Well done. And again, lifting back up, drop those knees over, turning that head. And then back up, over to the opposite side. Well done. And again, drop those knees over, turning that head. Lifting back up and over that opposite direction. Well done, last few here. Lifting back up, dropping those knees over, well done. Let's do one more each side, drop those knees over, turning that head. Lift back up and over to that opposite side. Good, lift those knees back up, bring those arms back down to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come back up into sitting. So just sitting comfortably, either with your legs crossed or legs out in front, whatever feels more comfortable for you. We're just going to relax those shoulders down here, that neck nice and long. And we're going to float our hands up to that shoulder height and just rotate and open our chests out with our bow and arrow stretch. So we're going to reach one arm around and back and then gently forwards. And again, opposite arm opening around and back. Good. And again, reaching around and back. Lovely. And again, opening out and forwards. So just looking around and back as far as comfortable. Just rotating upper back. Good. Looking around and back. Lovely. Last few. and back, and again. Well done. Let's just do one more each side, reaching around and back and forwards, and then relaxing those arms back down, relaxing those shoulders. Well done. Now we're going to bring our fingers together, reach those fingers away, drop that chin down, feel that stretch through the upper back here. Then we're going to look up together and open those arms nice and wide. Good. And again, fingers together, reach away, drop that chin down, looking up and opening nice and wide. Well done. Last couple here, reach away, drop down, looking up together with those hands and opening wide. Well done. One last time, reaching away, drop down, looking up and opening nice and wide. Well done. Relaxing those shoulders. Okay, so we're just going to do a little shoulder roll here one side, just relaxing, sinking that shoulder down. Good. Opposite side, relaxing that shoulder, gently rolling it around here. Sinking both those shoulders down, and I want you just to drop your chin down just to feel a stretch through the back of that neck here. Good. Then we're going to look over to that right knee and feel that stretch in that opposite side of the neck. Breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Sinking those shoulders down. Good, then drop that chin back to that chest again. Feel that stretch through the back of that neck. Then we're going to look to that opposite knee here. So we feel that stretch, that opposite side of the neck. Still make sure that shoulder's staying down. Breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. Well done, and again. Drop that chin back to that chest. And slowly looking up and then relaxing those shoulders down here. Well done. Fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed the class today. Thank you for joining me and hopefully see you again soon.